My ascent in the world has been much faster and has reached greater heights than I could ever have imagined. There is becoming an expectation among the new vassals that I formalize this new realm. And, of course, my wife, she has been saying that for a long time, that this is an empire. I am uncertain. What will the cost be? That's what I ask. Many ancient faiths, long before Christianity, believed that you had to pay something to the gods for any gift they gave you. Is that what the Christ is truly like? Does he expect payment and we just don't know? Will I lose everything before I reach the top? Or will I simply pay with a currency I can't afford to spend? Too late now. The cascade has begun. I will have to flow with the water and accept the reality that Valencia will soon be an empire. Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again with King Radolf of Valencia. I think we've reached the point where it's time to focus on what he was taught as a boy instead of what he has been forced to do by circumstances. He's been fighting plagues, he's been developing Valencia, but now it's time, I think, for him to become a diplomat. There are a couple of things. We will lose 1 point of domain holdings. We can easily deal with that. We don't need this much. What my plan is to put him into diplomacy as quickly as possible, like as in tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure we're like one day, literally one day away from getting another perk. Let's see if I'm right. I checked this before game. Oh, no, it didn't trigger. What happened? What happened? Nothing happened. Fine. 1 month. 1 month, not 1 day. Nope. Nope. I just jumped right over it. Just too much focus on the wrong things. We got centralization, mostly what we were here for. We're going to switch to diplomacy. We're going to take the pure diplomacy because I don't need prestige really that much. We'll probably hit legend before we die just from how great we are. We get a lot of bonuses for this. We get 40% from the book, which needs to be repaired, and 40% from our education. We get 15% from the fact we grew up in our father's court, and we get 5% from the tales of King Uladard. That's right, our father really prepared us well for a diplomacy education. 50 per month is pretty good. It's pretty good. Each perk is 17 months. We've got lots of perks ahead of us since we're only 59. I'm thinking we try to hit forced vassalization because I want thoughtful, and if we do any more wars, I want them to be vassalization wars. But it might be better to get true ruler, like 1, and then do 4 here, and then come back and get those. I don't want to do any wars for a while. I think we're warred out right now. I'd rather spend my money to like develop the kingdom, vassalize people in, stuff like that. We're not going to be going to war for a bit. Wars will probably return near the end of its life, but those will be vassalization wars primarily to clean up the borders in, like, as in Valencian Italy and Valencian parts of the Byzantine Empire. So we'll do what we can do, right? We'll see what happens. For now, let's get back down to being focused. We want to watch our vassalizations because while we don't want these two people, we've already... Did I reject this guy already? I shouldn't have. So if I did, I made a mistake. Get in there, bud. Also, part of the snowball of vassalization is as we vassalize people, our borders hit new people who would be willing to vassalize, and that just like grows. Eventually, we'll also build up the kingdoms over here so that we can convince people by being their de jure liege. We're going to prefer to take people normal or low, but we will take people who need to keep their Byzantine faith. We're not going to challenge the Byzantine faith in this character's lifetime. That the Orthodox faith is something he doesn't really object to. He grew up having his father having Orthodox vassals. That's a thing that just recently ended. Now you could argue that he wouldn't like them because of that, but no, I think it's clearly true that that was a personal difference, not a religious difference. Do I want to go that far north? I don't think I want to go that far north, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like we need like a simple eliminator where I can like click on something and it will just like take them off the list. We do want this guy. Low will do. Low will do. Get in there, bud. Join up. This is Isabel. This is my daughter, who I am training. I think I'm training her myself. Or does she know? Or she's not being educated yet. Who am I training right now? The Duchess and no one. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna make her the Princess of Fashion. I think that's cute. That's fine. She can be the Princess of Fashion. Excellent. Now we want to build buildings that give development growth at a priority, even if they're super expensive. I think the highest development growth in the capital per build right now is going to be the windmill until the windmill is capped. So we're going to work on the windmill. Then we'll go to the Murex dyeing fisheries, and then we'll finish with the expanded docks. And we've got good docks. They're not the best docks, but they're pretty good. So what are you going to tell me about my sister? What is my daughter going to tell me about my sister? Father? Yes, little one? I wanted to talk to you about your sister, Aunt Isabel. What is it? I caught her doing something very strange with things that you're not supposed to do in ways that seemed very sinful. Oh. You did? Yes, I don't even know how to describe it, but I didn't think people were supposed to do things like that with tools and food, and I thought we weren't supposed to do things like that at all. That's what the priest said. Oh, forget about it, dearest. It's nothing for you to worry about. I'll do my best, Father, and I will talk to my sister. Apparently, she's a deviant, something that a 15-year-old shouldn't have been able to discover. That's not the best, you know? Not the best that she found out about that deviancy. I'm currently not going to do anything about it, though. We'll do this just for organizational purposes. We should also keep an eye on what kingdom titles we might be able to build, right? Create the Kingdom of Sicily. We'll do that. One of the reasons why I'm 100% certain we're going to become a legend is because we have so many titles we're going to make over the time here. We just gained a whole bunch of new people on the list. Where's this guy? I wish this could be moved around. This is the most frustrating thing. I like to make use of this thing. It helps me, but it's always stuck. You, buddy, want to join up? Thank you. Now, if I want to look for people who are specifically only going to join up with religious, that's this guy over here, right? Yeah. Exceptions, they will never put them on the list. They only put people who will qualify for lower, normal, or high. So I have to find those people manually. Yeah, this seems good. Which we'll go over soon. We'll start looking for people who'll do it, who will accept religious vassalization. Like this guy, I think we already got. This woman will accept religious. Thessalonica won't accept. This is a Muslim kingdom. I mean, we've dealt with them before and had success in previous generations, so we might do that. Not him. Not quite you. I think we'll get there, though. About you. Will you do it? Not quite you. All right. So we got work to do, but we'll do it. I guess we should check Serbia. Oh, he's a kingdom. He won't join until either I become an empire or he stops being a kingdom. And I don't want to become an empire until I have good de jure titles, because if I make a custom empire, I want them all to be included. Yeah, we're kind of getting Roman, I've noticed. Getting Aragon will help. But we're getting a little Roman. Fine. In fact, I think it's great. You, thank you. The list is always going up. Let's look at the de jure order. So she's outside. Not really interested in her then. Who's next? You. You're outside. Not really interested in you. You are definitely inside. Did I not? I thought you were the one I clicked on. Oh, probably changed state after we added a few more people. This guy, who are you? Way outside. Not interested in you. Not you. Not you. You for sure. What about you? You for sure. What about you? You were outside. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the wave of love for me being the power that is reforming the entirety of Empire. That feels weird, but also good. Yeah, it's realistic to think we might just reform most of the Byzantine Empire from vassalization. This is going to be a problem because there's more Muslim leaders over here, and they will likely need to be conquered to be convinced. But not against that. Husband. Yes. What is it? What do you want from me? You seem so exasperated by me, and that's not fair. I've only done things in your service. I know, but I know what this conversation is about. You know, the great historic empire. Yes, our borders are starting to look like them as I invite more vassals in. Are you suggesting that I should change my position on giving myself an imperial crown? The Pope certainly won't approve it, and I don't know that I have the position on earth a man as cynical as you. You're going to suggest that you need God's permission to be an emperor when you already control so much? I think the reason these men are drawn to you is because they see imperial majesty in you. And I think you're doing yourself, your children, and their descendants a disservice by not accepting that this is the truth. Why do you always put so much pressure on me? Because you do not put enough pressure on yourself, husband. Because you do not put enough pressure on yourself. There is one war I would probably do, which is to take Constantinople out of Muslim hands. Like, I feel like that's sort of required, you know? Okay. And I certainly don't think that we will wait if we're going to do that. Maybe we just do it now. Might want to raise this up a bit, basically until we run out of money. Oh, we only need one more. So we'll buy the last one too. And then wait for our new cannon to come in. This Muslim boy king with no allies. Well, one ally and no strength. Oh, my daughter has measles. That's not great. Is there a plague there? There's a plague there. I mean, there's no way this plague will be as bad as the Black Plague. Sure, we can be friends. We just recovered from sickness. We don't need this. My wife has also got the measles now. Not great. So in Duke Bernat. Serve me well, Duke Bernat. Yeah, our wife and our heir are sick. Not the greatest thing. Measles can sometimes make you blind. We've had a lot of blind people in our family from the measles. Checking these to see if anybody looks like someone I've never seen before. This guy is... I feel like I've seen her already. Yeah, she's the one just up there. It's going pretty fast. Once their conflict is over, I probably get both of them. We'll see. I mean, we're getting close to the point where we can start doing big bribes. Oh, my wife has gotten better. Good. Of course she's blind. Because, you know, family curse. Ooh. How will I do it though, husband? How will I keep them in control? How will they still respect me? I'm not the woman I was before. Men already have a hard time respecting women. You will have no trouble controlling them. They respect you because of your decisions and because of who you are. I don't know. It's so fickle. Vassals have been known to go to war for a whole lot less than a blind queen. Yes, but you are not alone, and I will make absolutely certain that they do not succeed in any action against you. My kingdom is possibly the strongest on all the earth, and no one will take advantage of you while I can prevent it. But Ava has gotten better. Don't tease me, Pope. Don't tease me. I need the Pope to make a few hundred more gold before I can click this. Oh, making acquaintances. My niece, Duchess Yelene Serenda, seems to enjoy our latest feast immensely. She's got along quite well with all the adult guests. Never hurts to make friends. Never hurts to make friends. She's gregarious, good for diplomacy, calm, okay for diplomacy and stewardship. So she's got okay traits for a diplomat, to be fair. Let me look at... Do we want to influence her personality? Make her stubborn? I don't think that's a good investment for us. She's not that important to us. I mean... What I mean is she is important to us, but not in the long term. Who is this kid? It's that one. Yeah, I said he would come through, and he did. Who else just got added to the list? The lion. Okay, and who else just got added to the list? It's her and him still. Starting to recognize who the no people are by their faces. Good. I could attempt to vassalize the Muslims. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know, I have a hard time deciding what the proper response to vassalizing them is. I am used to working with them, and if they offer vassalization, that makes sense, but I don't know if I would regularly hand out religious exceptions for them. They don't seem interested anyway, so that's a thing as well. When did you take over? What happened to your father? Ooh, he died. Wait, what? It's over. What? I don't understand what's happening here. You're both pregnant and very worried looking. Oh, this was where the kid was. I don't know if you're the kid, I don't know if there was another kid, but this is where the kid was. Yeah, this is where the guy was. Okay, that makes more sense. So she's replaced the child, I'm guessing. Ooh, we constructed some gearboxes. Nice. Getting these kingdoms will be the hardest part, but we want to get the best de jure borders we can before we start trying to integrate kingdoms. Getting pretty big. Is Ruthenia actually recovering? They are not. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. Luckily, their whole region has basically been set back to the beginning of the game, which means their now pathetic army is... Oh, their army is actually much better once it recovered. So their now okay army is still better than everybody else in the region. Maybe they'll recover. Okay, we don't need to sway ourselves into stress. We've gotten enough from you. 70 will do. Once we have money, we'll start bribing our vassals. That'll fix all our problems. I don't think we even have a vassal problem right now. A few people don't like us. It'll usually be the new people who don't like us, to be fair. Let's look in here and see what we could build. This will cost us a lot. That's insanely expensive. So maybe we do them building at a time instead of focusing on each one until we get it as high as we can get it. I mean, it's got only one level left to get, right? Yeah, maybe that's what we do. So let's build up the Murex fisheries. That's a good choice. You increased. All right. Wrestling. Good on you guys. And you just finished your work. See where we put you next. Well, we focus on the Heartland first before we start spreading control tasks outward. That's just how we do it. Heartland stability is very important. Heartland development, almost as important as Heartland stability. Elisabella Cerneu, you need a guardian. What do you want to do with your life? You want to stab. I am going to have you... I think we'll get our daughter to do it. I think she's living up here right now. For her guardianship. Wait, does she have 2 wards? She has 2 wards. They both her own children? They're both her own children. That's fine. We'll find someone else. Thoughtful check. Okay. If we do... There's the Pope coming through for us. Not you. Not you. Possibly you. Definitely you. Your thing. Join up. The road, it has low... Well, that can't be allowed. So there's some money. Now we have to figure out what to do with her. We could change her to a diplomatic education and then train her ourselves. I think is fine. But I think it's quite good. Let's do that. We're almost back up to 100 gold per month. I don't really want to be spreading my money around too much while I'm trying to finish development on the capital, but I suppose we can invest in something outside the capital, like these windmills. Something reasonably expensive here would be nice too, like this Murex factory. That leaves us with 2,000, which is close to what we'll need next anyway. More vassalization success. I think we got a lot of years as a diplomat in us. I don't think we're going to die anytime soon. What is this event? Excellent. Okay, so everybody thinks that that we make good food, and we believe that they deserve the very best, because this is the very best court in all the world, in our opinion. There's probably actually courts who are better. We can look, though. 13th. Oh, that's awful. How are we 13th? How's this guy beating? How are these guys beating us by so much? We need things. We need objects. Somebody make me some objects. Somebody make me some furniture. I need furniture. Please. Oh, you better do a good job. That's all I'm saying. And hire you to do... Oh, what happened to you? Died from stress. Oh, your son died. So poor infant Radolf has died. His son died from the measles, and he died from stress. He didn't deserve this. I think we're gonna have to do a funeral. We'll do one for him and his brother and his son. We do currently have the money. We're gonna go up to Montaneos because we have done funerals there before. The deceased will be for our son, but we're including our 2 grandsons and theoretically our own son in this funeral. But oh, still 6 months before we can do it. Well, that's fine. He'll be available to do a funeral for in 6 months. That's not too far off. Marbazan Garam is spreading around obvious hints that he would like to befriend me. He appears to be a natural socializer and is intimating that our shared talents in this area would bring us together. But I don't... We're both cynical, and we have no contrary traits. Yeah, let's do it. That's fine. Take a look over here and see if these wars have ended. Nope, not at all. If there's anybody around here we might be able to convince. Can't get them. They're part of a different kingdom. They're part of a different kingdom. I think we've actually got everybody who we can reasonably just ask. Could send this guy a gift, and then he still won't do it. Why not? His realm is not distant from mine. That's absurd. He's got islands right off the coast of where I literally have stuff. That is not how distant works, game, and you know it. You know that's not how distant works. It's close with a religious exception. It's that distance thing that's killing it. The fact that it's counting him as far away. We're also not his rightful liege. What is he de jure a part of? Thessalonica. I'm pretty sure I can get Thessalonica at this point. So we'll check in on him again after we do this war, which, even though I said there wouldn't be wars for a while, this war has to happen. I think everybody's aware of the fact that we can't just leave Constantinople outside of Christian hands. This is literally named for one of the most important Christians in history. I think that's probably why they changed its name, even though he founded the city and it's literally his city and it's literally his name. Well, I mean, he didn't find the city, actually. There was a city there before. It's actually the place that the empire got its fake name from, the Byzantine Empire. Let me see. I was trying to go to war with this kid. I was trying to brutalize this kid in a terrible war, right? That's what's happening. I got lost there for a second, thinking about Constantinople. I never did increase this to the last, but that's fine. We don't even need our armies that much anyway. Let's just declare the war. Let's seize the Imperial Duchy. Let's raise all here. Let's just go in. Oh, I don't even know who you are, dude. You were my rival? I literally didn't know I had a rival. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody informed me that I knew who you were, that you existed, that I had a rival, that it mattered to me. Silk weaving atelier. Ah, yes. We're now weaving the silk in Valencia that we're dyeing with our dyes. I think the next one is Imperial Textile Workshop. I love the vet. It's nice. I mean, we're not technically an empire, but I mean, in all but name. Only our reluctance to give ourselves that title is keeping us from, like, doing it. No, I don't think so. Getting paranoid like your dad, man? Starting to think your wife, who's done nothing except be a good ally to you your whole life, is sleeping around because you're just, I don't know, stressed, cynical. Maybe you've seen evidence I'm not aware. Maybe she is, but Vassalize inspiration, a vassal to remember. So they're asking me if I want to dedicate this to any of my vassals. Dedications are overrated. Yeah, they are. Just make me some kind of cabinet. Don't make it a political issue. I mean, it is fundamentally a political issue because the whole reason I want it is so that I can have a better quality kingdom, but still. I will go to my wife's feast. I will absolutely go to my wife's feast. Why would I not go to my wife's feast? My wife having a feast is a really good idea of hers. I should probably have a feast so I can meet more people. Let's go to the feast. Yes, that is a good idea. Traveling traders. As I stroll around the market of Movendo, a loud ruckus comes from just a couple of stalls down from me. Oh, this is the, yeah. The best option here is the one that lets us build buildings for, oh, this is not the event I think it is. It is the same event, but it has different outcomes. Because we're not seeing the usual, I take the stuff home and I can build better. We're seeing like this, where we squeeze some money out of him, or this, where we like, where we aid the retainer, the guy who he's complaining won't be happy if they don't buy the stuff. Well, financially speaking, this is better, but diplomatically speaking, this is better, so we'll do the diplomacy. Because I don't think I have a problem with him yet. Eventually, we'll probably have to vassalize his king, Venice, with a vassalization war, or just a regular war, but right now, we're not there yet, right? A king doing gardening? No, I'm not a gardener. I am a man who focuses his life on cultivating kingdoms, not gardens. Education at an end. So this is the end of Duchess Elsarenda's education with me until we meet again. She is a charismatic negotiator, so she did okay. We have a lovely time ahead of us. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Inspiration, flawed jewel. Oh, good, the plague is done, I was gonna say. Distracted by affairs of court, I let my new carpenter, Julian, be delayed more and more. Now the work has completely stalled on my box, and it seems I was not entirely to blame. I am told of Julian's compulsive donations and the various causes he spent my patronage on instead of his work. You know, I don't think it's a problem that he's spending some of the money on donations. I'm gonna say that I think he's doing his best and encourage him to go on. Oh, it's not that much longer before the feast. Just over a month. Just under 2 months. Not that long. And the war will also be over very soon. Like, when the siege is done type soon. This guy's trying to land on us in time to literally do nothing, enforce our demands, and we don't need to get anything out of the kid. We probably could have taken money from him, but I just don't see it. You can go for money. We'll check the vassalization list again in a second. Who in here still needs to be gotten rid of? You? You're nothing. Oh, no, I'm not gonna force you to, you can just go, to be fair. Not interested. Duke of Barat, though, he was definitely on the list. We want him for sure. You guys still at war? You are still at war. All right, good enough. We are starting to get an enormous number of vassals. Let's just take a look at that so we can see what that actually looks like. Look at it in the vassal list, 45 vassals. And most of them are dukes. Are there any dukes that need to be sorted? No. Currently we are holding Constantinople. We're hard holding it. I think we're gonna give one of these away so we can keep holding it. We'll give this to this guy here, this count. I think that's fine. And then we can keep Constantinople ourselves. Let's see how the old city is doing. That's the wrong way. That's Italy. How you doing? You've not been completely neglected. That's fine. This military building, we don't care about that. So we'll probably break that and put a caravanserai in. Constantinople, one of the greatest cities on earth. It grieves me that my son is not here to see it. But whatever the vassals and others may say, neither this city nor Rome will stand long as the superior to my Valencia, and neither one of them will stand as the capital of my empire to come. I suppose it is time to accept that that is what the outcome of this will inevitably be. 1, 2. I think this is going to go back to being the cathedral, right? Now that Christian holds it. Disband the army, and we shall attend the feast. I wonder what the feast has in store for us. Hopefully some interesting things happen. After this, we're going to also have to do that funeral, the grand funeral for all of our dead children and grandchildren. We're paused. I'm sitting here looking at the screen paused. All right, so this person is talking about how great our knightly orders are, and we're going to pick one and it will improve. I think we're going to go... I think we're going to go with the bearer of the king's mace. Is this the... yeah, this is the aspiring blade master. They're probably pretty famous for all of the tales of the sword play that they are capable of, right? Since they're both blade masters at all times. This is where I want to be. There's good folk to mingle with. We're going to do the good folk to mingle with because opinion is important when you have as many vassals as we do. So we want everybody here to like us. It'll give us a little stress down, which we don't even need. So let's do that. And it looks like we're getting close to the end. All right. He's about to become our friend. And that is perfectly fine. We do have a lot of friends after all. And I mean, look at us. Look at us. Of course we have a lot of friends. And why wouldn't we have so many friends? We are definitely that guy, right? Gary is stubborn and cynical. We don't have that many friends. I thought we would have dozens. Because we don't really befriend people. There haven't been that many opportunities to befriend people who have similar traits to us. We could go through the vassals and befriend every single one of them that we can, but I don't know if that's a right now thing, or if that's a later thing. What a good evening! Oh, Queen Eleanor became our friend. All right, we are now friends with our wife, because of how good a job she did at her feast. Nice. She's too drunk to know what she's saying. We don't need her favor. Fine. Now we find out whether or not our wife brought this woman here to mock her. Oh, I missed it. Did I miss it? Here we go. I don't even know who she is, but I will still, you know, lift a glass from my wife's toast, even if I don't really know the woman well enough to say one way or another if she's that great. And now we shall depart. What a good feast. Finish the feast. And we go home and prepare for the funeral, I guess. We now control one of the greatest cities in the history of the world. Fully and completely Constantinople is ours, and I don't think anyone's going to contest us for it. I think we're past that point. Yeah, look at us. It's all coming together. It'd look even better if these guys ended their war. Pretty sure both of them will join us. At least one of them will join us. Might be harder to convince the Muslim woman to do it. Other people's pastures. A fine day like this, the weather is nice, the pastures of Alcans look great, and the local livestock are positively jumping and cheering in their own guttural manner. Calves are walking next to their mothers, their fur shiny and clean. So these guys are really good at taking care of stuff. This would give us improved pastures, which is just a great trait. I am going to apply this back home, I think, because we could always use a tiny bit more development, right? We are now higher in development than we were before the plague. Duck is a good omen. And always growing. We've ended our travels, and we are now home. It would be a perfect time to do that funeral. We do have some events, though. First, something here. Is this? Oh, Greek cabinet. Very nice. We got that, I think, from conquering Constantinople. And just to be clear, Constantinople does have a better throne room, but we're not moving. That's absurd. This is Valencia. This is the heart of our family, and it's, you know, it's a rival city. There's Constantinople, may be a great city, but so is Valencia. Came to me in a dream. Generous king, let me express all my gratitude and bring you very good tidings, explains Julian. I have been thoroughly enjoying the quarters you have assigned me. They are so spacious, so I can pace around thinking and work undisturbed at leisure. The view on the garden is breathtaking, inspiring, and the bed, oh, the bed. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, do a good job. You know, if my bed helps you make me a better box, I think you're making me, then that's good for both of us, right? I think so. What does this give us? This gives us court grandeur, which is what we really want, piety, renown. That's good. We're good with that. What are we still missing? We're missing 2 pedestal items. Probably better to look from from core artifacts, right? It's like just 2 pedestal items, right? Oh no, there's a furniture item over here. We don't have 2. Yeah. The 2 pedestal items, 2 furniture items. Well, that should be good. I'm pretty sure the box will end up being a pedestal item. We could keep doing furniture until we get a stand-up piece of furniture like a cabinet and fill the slots in. That should improve our world ranking, I would say. What is the current development of Constantinople anyway? How you doing in Let's schedule the funeral as well. I'm pretty sure it's been 6 months, so of course I won't know. I don't know until I see. So there, and we can start the funeral. So let's do that. And then we'll look at what the development is in Constantinople. 57. So we actually have effectively recovered at a much faster pace than Constantinople. How is Rome doing? 75. We're even doing well compared to Rome. Rome is making 2 development growth per month, and we are making 7. But a lot of that is coming from the plague recovery, right? I don't know how much longer that's going to last for. Well, maybe it's not, because I don't see that on there anymore. So we're making 4, basically 4 per month, and then we're losing 2 per month, and then we have a very large number of bonuses, like tons and tons. So yeah, it's good. It's doing good. I do want Rome. I do want the papacy, but I want it to be inside my kingdom, my empire, once my empire happens, and I don't want to rob the Pope, so that's why we're not even contemplating taking it. It's definitely not a thing we should take by force. I feel pretty strongly about that at very least. We do not take the papacy. Oh, I am now officially infirm. It's so weird to get infirm when you're still green health, but I guess that's a thing that can happen now. Like, infirm hasn't even taken us below green health. We're infirm and also somehow fine. All right, well, there's not much we could do about that, except note that we got to slow down, right? Just stuff we can't do like we used to, and that's fine. We still got a lot of life in us. Our daughter has gained the, not the mayor trainee, but the full version of the valued diplomatic courtier trait. She didn't do as well in her education as I'd hoped in either case. You've granted yourself a claim on... You know, there's nothing you can do about that, right, man? Like, I don't think you win. I do not think you win. I'm just putting it out there so you don't do anything stupid. I don't think you take Sicily from us, old man Pope. But that might be just the absolute point of corruption that proves that the Pope is just a political actor with no... Geez, that guy bothered me when I first looked at him. He's just a political actor and he's not really a religious actor. It might just be that the papacy needs to be under the control of a good king. If God wills it, or whatever it is they say, then I guess he'll let me do it, right? Inspiration realized this is okay. Wow, it's okay. That is as okay as I've ever seen. But that's what happens, right? When you do them, when you just flat pay for them, they're always not that good. Or Artificer, we can now put him in, but he is bad, bad, bad. That's fine. We shall put down his box, and then we shall immediately spend our money. Where is it? I think there might be a cooldown. Yeah, it looks like there's a cooldown. Now tell me when I can, because I do want to make another one. 2 sons and 2 grandsons lost to sickness. Wife blinded by sickness. It has been a hard time, but we have found a way. We have found a way to prosper in these hard times. And that, I think, is something that's worth talking about, as much as it is the death of our poor son and our poor grandson, his son, and our young son who never had a chance to live. If we believed in God, we might just think he was testing us. No, probably not. No. Who are you? Who are you? Yeah, you come in. You join for sure. That's definitely someone we want. How's your war going? The same. You guys, you've been warring for like years. My daughter is getting close to being 18, and you were warring when she was like 13, I think, or 12. That's a long time, guys. Oh, Duke Maru II of Sardinia has died of heart failure. We now need a replacement for him as spy master. This guy here is an appropriate spy master out of our existing vassals, so we'll put him in. Duke Wawarzanek. Okay, let's try and get this funeral done, because I think the funeral is going to mark the end of this part. Betrothal fulfilled, so he has come of age and he is now married to our daughter, who is now officially 18. Grief of the son. So our wife is grieving our son. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Eleanor glazes out into the nothingness before her. Not a tear falls from her eyes, not a word passes her mouth until she turns to me. God can be cruel indeed. Yes, that's why I say he doesn't exist. Why does the wind still yet blow? Yes, I understand. I'm pretty sure the apocalypse is not on us. While there's life, there is always hope. 50% chance she gets it. Ugh, fine. We will remain strong. Overcome by grief for our son, it makes sense that we would remain strong. Our wife not understanding our perspective is a little bit sad, but I think she'll figure it out. I think she has it in her heart to forgive us and understand that we didn't mean what she must have thought. So we will now see our son and say our last goodbye to him. I'm not going to make a speech about ruling in his honor. I will speak of his virtues, for sure, because he was a good son. Don't know why he got delegated to being a mayor by his mother, but still, good son. Of all the figures, venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our departed Infante Rodolphe of Cerneu. With his crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination, I am at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my son. I will allow myself a moment of grief. I'm a pretty good king. I don't need to be a better king. I just need to grieve my son. I don't know. I don't like this guy. He isn't really like me, but I don't think I can just like pay my way out, can I? I mean, I suppose it'd only be a few months of debt. A year? I'm gonna pay my way out. I'm gonna pay my way out. I'm not fighting in your crusade, man. I respect the institution enough. Well, I respect the power the institution creates and the expectations of my neighbors enough that I will, I'll do minimum. This is our daughter from England. And she's very upset. I will offer comfort to my daughter about the death of her brother, which is a tragedy that we all have on our mind right now. I don't even know who this guy is. But if he suggests we don't drink to celebrate my son, I will join the offering. Oh, new cadet branch. Gross. She's a wanderer. Vardosky wanderer, celebrating the family's tradition of walking the road. So she's also a bit of a criminal. Huh. Well, that's the black seed right there. Now we have seen our sons and grandsons off, and we can return to the business of ruling the kingdom. We will soon be out of debt to the Pope, which I think is good. But with that, we're going to bring this episode to an end. At this point, the next step will be trying to get more vassals through buying them out, and hopefully these guys will end their war so we can try to get them in. We will buy the titles around here. Let's see, can we get Thessalonia right now? Thessalonica? Oh yeah, I'm in debt. Of course I can't, but I can when I'm done. So we'll do that. That might convince this guy to join, even though the game thinks he's far away and won't let him join for that reason. Oh wait, no, did he join at some point? Did I miss joining him? No, I'm clicking on the wrong thing, that's why. Still, for some reason, thinks this guy's far away. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. Literally like one coastal tile off of multiple borders. But once he's de jure, that will probably change his mind, I would say. Hopefully. Wouldn't want to have to conquer him for no reason. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.